There's short videos that they can watch, like a 20-minute video presentation on this type of thread or whatever, and then a couple questions at the end of it to prove that they took it type thing.
What does that do to your budget?
This, I think, the computer budget can absorb either one of these just fine, and we're in pretty good shape there. This one, this is a lot. That number is a lot. This is totally different.
Yeah. Let's finish the reach protection part of it.
Okay.
But I don't see any problem handling this.
Either the $450 or the $900 a month.
And to me, the $1,000 guarantee on ransomware would be worth a lot. You know, if that's spread through 45 machines, that's a lot of
So
money.
you're saying it's either $450 a month or $900 a month?
Yep.
The 450 is what we have. If we go up, it's going to be 900.
No, $450 is not even what you have now. Both of these would be new. Yep.
Yeah, we're at $7 a machine now, right?
Yep.
And this is
that's
10,
not going
this is
away because that's still
20.
covering your labor and that everything else. This
Right.
is just the add-on for security stuff that we've developed. So
But I think this 900 is.
So no matter either one we take, we still keep the basic we've got right now.
yep,
What's it cost a month?
$7 per device. That's the three.
So we're gonna either add $10 or $20 to that set.
Yep.
Well, I'm kind of in favor of going ahead with the advanced protection. Just because it's a scary world that I don't know anything about. I don't have a problem there.
Yeah.
I move we go with the advanced protection.
I'll second that motion to go with the advanced.
Okay, we have a motion made and a second to go ahead and take the Reach Advanced Protection Program for $20 a machine, which
Yep.
comes to a total of $3,930.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, 900, I'm sorry, to $900. I was reading the whole thing.
You could have got more there, Sam.
Yeah, geez.
Well, all right. We'll take that approval on this one then.
All right. All those in favor of going ahead with the Reach Advantage Protection?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
So now the whole reason you had the two different quotes, we can do this quickly because I know we've gone over a lot of stuff. When we started the conversation on the security, then it came back to contracting with us to manage everything for you guys. Like I said, the court currently has that. We had talked about it once at the whole county level. We didn't go that route. And so that's where this other quote came in for the Reach Absolute for us to manage the entire company. County, which really is like a company anymore. That was one of the things in some stuff I was at this last week of how similar counties and cities are to small businesses and having the same issues. So, with not only is all of our labor included, no matter what's going on, whether it's a new computer install or anything else, we're really set on trying to make sure everybody's at a certain standard. So first thing we'd be doing is reviewing all the departments, all the computers, everything you have, and seeing what you have to begin with and where the holes are compared to what our standards are. And then we could be starting to look at that and see how we can fix those holes and help keep you guys not just secure, but running smoothly and efficiently. So that's where that one came in. So that was at the $34.80 a month. And if you're going to compare that, that's basically directly comparable to the $329 and $585 right now. Carry the 1, 3. So you're at like $914 right now for the court's fully managed contract and the rest of the county on light, and that would go to $34.80 if we just did the entire county on the whole package. So be that other quote. That total you tried to approve,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
3,900. I should have just
Yeah,
kept
you
my mouth
should-
shut, and
yeah,
it would
no
have all been
kidding.
approved.
Well, we told you in advance, we're not very good with this stuff.
No, and we handed you lots of papers here,
Yeah.
so just decided if we were going to be in here, we may as well talk about all of it if we could. So
So, comparison to what we have now and what you're offering, what was the dollar amounts again?
914 is basically what you're paying now to the 3480, the top line here.
Okay. Wow.
It's a big jump, but there's, what we're getting with the light version is minimal. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's including your AV, it's including some automatic Windows patches and updates to try to keep that automated and working.
But as far as support, it's a
You're
reduced rate, and their managed customers come first, which they should.
Yeah.
So,
So every time Eric emails me right now with a firewall question, I got to sit there and then, okay, is this going to take me more than a few minutes to answer his question? Because if it is, I need to start my timer and bill you guys for that time. I try not to bill for those 5-minute and 10-minute questions, but that stuff's all included. Like,
Does that happen often, though?
Oh, there's a firewall change every other week, probably. I mean,
What I'm saying is, do we regularly get bills from Matt from your questions?
no, she doesn't bill us. I mean,
What a guy.
honestly, I don't want to throw him under the bus on
What's your
camera,
opinion?
but
I'm curious.
You know, in today's day and age, you can't have enough security in certain circumstances, and especially when you're dealing with a government agency. They seem to be a real target for these people who are wanting information because of all of the sensitive information that is, communicated through email or the
Well, look at
internet.
it at a national level.
Right.
I read the news this morning, and
yeah. Well, I mean,
Right, and I mean, it's just like, so last Friday I got an alert that one of my accounts was being suspended because of a possible hacker. And it's amazing how that trickles down to everything else that is associated with that email address.
yeah.
And so you have to go in and you have to change like every password and et cetera. But-
so I guess what I'm gathering, are you kind of in favor with the increase with the added protection?
I am, because there are so many things out there that could look like they are a security alert and they are actually a scam to try and get your personal information. And so with this added security that Matt could provide, I think that could be avoided more likely than not. And it just seems to me that, with what other counties have gone through with the ransomware, et cetera, that if you have this added protection, then it seems like the best way to go.
Proactive.
Yes, proactive.
We just want to make sure our money's well spent. But, yeah.
the other thing besides security, I mean, you're really getting our entire Reach team to help support you guys and make sure. And so it's not Eric part-time trying to figure something out or run down to help Scott, and then he's pulled away from his duties. It's, we've got a whole team of people that are here, and we've got, I haven't even added up our total years of experience now and then looking at things as a whole, not just Scott thinking about his department and the treasurer's thinking about their department and everything, but let's look at it as a whole and see what we can do to save you guys money in the long run. What can we do to more
Now,
efficiently take care of all of it?
Is this like an annual contract, or do you have...
Yeah. Normally it'd be a 12-month contract. Automatically renews annually unless
we have
written
questions
notice.
or
Right.
concerns?
Yeah.
Scott?
I think it's a good deal.
Well, I respect the
It's about-
opinion of the people that use it.
Triple is what, but you're getting,
Are we getting our money's
I
worth?
think you're gonna get your money's worth out of it.
Well, if you have one incident, I think if you stop one thing with that, it's probably worth more than its money's worth.
Well, and you're going from really right now, the court's about 6 users.
So does this include the courts, or is this separate?
So yeah, the courts would go away. The court wouldn't be on
So
top.
you just absorb them back
Yeah.
into
Yep.
bigger.
Yeah, I think splitting that out
Yeah,
is.
that makes a lot more sense.
And
It's
then
just-
however you guys, if you need to split it on your guys' end
Yeah,
by department,
yeah.
that's
If AP
fine,
needs
but-
to split it, she
Yeah,
can
we
handle that, no problem.
But no, that would be absorbed into this price. So you're going from about $600 for 6 users to $34.80 for 45
Yeah, when you look at it that way, it's a lot better
to
bargain.
cover everyone. So
I'm as confused as.
So this is for the year,
that $34.80 is per month.
per month.
Yep.
With an annual contract, and do you require 30 days for change of service at the end of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you hated it or you wanted to make changes, we just have to remember, give them 30 days notice at the end of the contract.
Yep.
Thing is, if Eric's ever on vacation or something,
Yeah, and in the past, I've always just told Matt, hey, I'm going to be out of town for 5 days. I'm hoping you can cover. And sometimes he can't, you know. It's just the way it is. But luckily, he's got more than one guy in
It's gonna
town.
be 41,700 a month.
That's what I was just
Or a
trying
year.
to figure out.
Where are we gonna get this? Is it gonna come out of each department?
well, right now, I don't know what your budget is on
The computer, I don't know where we're at for sure. I'd be lying if I said exact numbers without looking at paper. I
I don't
can't.
know. I mean, I'm not imposing it, but
Right.
I think we need to figure out where the money's gonna come from.
Absolutely.
You know, I'd have to see what the
that.
remainder of the year.
Some of that Natalie's already paying.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
It's the
So
other-
I assume we would continue to, AP would take that out of her side.
Yeah.
Just continue it the way
On
it
the other
is.
side.
So you're saying we're already paying part of that?
You're already paying $585 a month for the courts
So
of that amount.
Hers would be a little less.
So yeah, you're paying 7,000 of that 41 is already being paid for out of her budget, already budgeted for and approved or whatever. And so it's the 3480. Well, let me just take this one. So yeah,
Well, I guess
34,700.
One of the other questions we want to ask is, okay, what threats have we had recently or that would give rise to a concern
The
to
firewall
spend this kind of money?
analyzer shows threats, constant. There's probably, I would say it averages 60 a week of things that it's blocked out and caught. So there's constantly something going on.
So basically, what we're looking at is an insurance. Not in comparison. You're
But this is
preventative
paying them for
maintenance.
preventative that may or may not happen,
Right.
which is the same
Also,
with
they
buying
can
an insurance policy.
see
You may or may
whether-
not use it.
Everything's updated.
Yeah,
It's updated.
Well, and that's really what started the whole talk was we've got several servers and we had one that just absolutely died last week and I was kind of in a bind and luckily Scott was in town and he helped me out, but I didn't know the insides of that thing real well, so I leaned on Scott pretty hard there.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a
First shot.
security thing. To me, it's you guys are getting an IT department to take care of you and make sure that you guys are up and running. Whether it's a security incident or it's a hardware failure or
And
New
anything.
computer.
That, I will say, is getting pushed pretty hard from the Secretary of State's office. Nothing mandated, but they're wanting somebody.
Okay, so I think we're of an opinion that this is something we'd like to go with. The question is now where we're going to get the money.
Let me grab AP payroll or AP sheet and take a look and see where the computer budget is today. And we know how many months are left this year.
And then we'll have to figure out some way to, whether we want each department to,
Prorated out
yeah,
per department.
or by users. Let's say if your department only has 2 users versus one has 10.
Then you,
Is that getting too complicated?
yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the butt.
It really-
doing
to
that
me,
every
that-
month. Because
that
we've
would
kind of
make
moved our
AP terrible.
phones and that stuff to just wasn't it?
I mean,
general-
that's almost like breaking out electricity by user.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's-
kind of gets weird.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, hey, you use this much gas.
The other thing, ultimately, I would think works best. Right now each department has their own IT budget. Basically, what do they expect to spend to have some third-party contractor work on something or buy new hardware? And if you can really get and pull that all back out of everybody's individual budgets into one pool for IT, and start thinking about it as a whole county budget on IT.
As far as computers and stuff.
Because your hardware, your support, all that, it's going to... I don't know what's in everybody's budgets now, but you start pulling some of that back into this pool, you're going to be a more clear picture.
You don't need an absolute answer today on this.
No, absolutely not.
Can we table this for a couple of weeks and take a look at the budgets?
Yeah.
And maybe have some conversations about where we can fund this from?
Right, because I think you could still come in and amend the budget to make an allowance for this.
Right.
For the, starting January 1. Because, there was some extra monies in the budget that we assigned elsewhere. But we still need to make sure that it can be done.
Yeah, let's table it for a couple of weeks, do a little homework, a little research, and then take another look at it in a couple of weeks. Would that be all right with you, Ben?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I mean, you're talking a January 1 start date anyways.
Sure.
Which is a heck of a lot more lead time than I get a lot of times. Sometimes somebody's all of a sudden, hey, we need something now, and then, we're going effective today.
It's not like we aren't protected. We have something in place, so,
The one we approved, when does that take effect?
So we've already issued billing for the month of October. So we'll work on getting it ramped up, getting all these different aspects put in place over the next month. And so your bill that Eric will receive October 22nd for the month to cover the month of November.